is 1870. Whoa. So that must have been a little bit intimidating, right?
No, I mean not really. I play 17. I say I play around this level all the time. It's whatever.
Okay. All right, so let's see here.
And at this point, I'm so used to losing, it doesn't really matter.
All right, Slav. Okay. All right. Yeah. This is good. So this it's good because this position is much better than the last one we looked at because this pawn is protected twice, right?
Yeah.
And so this queen move is not as strong.
No.
Right. So okay. Good. Why would he do that? Did that like catch you off guard?
This one, I was like, I was like, okay, yeah, it was an interesting one. I don't remember what I did here. Actually, I think about it. I think I might have just took with my pawn.
Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I see. Oh yeah. I should have this. Yeah, it's definitely this one. Yep. Okay. So he did this, which I should have won the game off of, honestly. But
that's a horrible move.
It is.
So what should? Okay, so good. All right, you see something good. All right. Wow. Wait, you lost this one, man.
Yes, I did.
I find myself saying that to you a lot. You lost this one.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, let's see.
It happens a lot. Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing how often that
All right. Actually, he just lost a piece right now. You missed it. All right. How can you win a piece right here?
Check to the king.
Where? Queen, right?
Checks king.
Right here?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Double attack.
Yeah, I didn't see that in the game, unfortunately. Or else I wouldn't have actually goddamn lost.
So there's no way that he can save it. So what does he do if he goes with the queen?
Well, he moves his. It's more like a.
If he goes with the queen, you take. If he moves.
Well, he could move his king forward, breaking his castle position, attacking my undefended bishop.
All right, what would you do here then?
You still take it.
Good. Take with check. You can do that. Good point. Or you can even take this knight with check.
Yeah.
Then you take it.
Yeah, that's better actually.
and you're up a whole rook.
Yeah.
Wow.
More than a rook. I'm up like a rook and a fighter.
And even if he goes here, you still win. So what would you do now?
I think you still take the knight with bishop because you're threatening the queen.
Exactly. Exactly. And if he takes here?
Just take. If he takes there, take with your bishop.
Yes, exactly. Save your bishop. Beautiful. And now you're up. Now you're up a rook and a bishop.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're crushing him. Oh shoot. All right. Oh man, this hurts. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, here you still have the double attack.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. Oh man. All right. Let's see. So queen f3.
I did that instead, unfortunately.
Wait, what did you say here? I did see this move. I was so upset because this game should have been mine.
Yeah, that bishop double attack. I was reviewing it over, and the computer showed me. I was like, god damn! I was so upset because I would have. I didn't. If I saw the double attack, I probably would have definitely won. Because what happens next is because that bishop on that file is still putting pressure on my knight.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh. All right. Well, here you still have the double attack.
Yeah, I know. I didn't see it.
Oh, you still didn't see it. Oh man. All right. Don't mind me. It just hurts me when I see positions like this.
Oh, it hurts you. Like you're the one who actually just got bodied.
All right. Oh man. All right. Oh shoot, that's rough. That's rough. So now you can't even take the bishop because he has double discovered attack.
Yeah, I know.
Check. Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I'm
hurts.
aware.
That
I was
hurt.
very aware of that.
That hurts. That hurts. Oh. Shoot. All right. All right. The title of this video is appropriately named. Then I understand.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Take.
I,
So you did take the bishop.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh. Ouch. Ouch. Take. Yeah. Oh. Check. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, you definitely should have won this one. And right. Yep. Oh no, it's not checkmate yet. Yeah. Ooh. Ah.
Then I did that and I lost.
Oh man. I mean, you might be able to hold this for a bit longer with Oh, you did it. Oh, you did bishop c5. Okay, good. Bishop c5. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait. That just loses the rook. Oh, he didn't take.
I didn't see it.
Oh, he didn't take the rook. Oh man. Yeah, you could.
I told you it was a complete.
On both sides. Oh.
I don't know what the hell we were doing.
You're just dancing around the board.
Oh. And now I'm just screwed. I can't do anything.
Right.
And
all right, so check. Yeah. You can just take the rook, yeah. A bit quickest way. Yep. Oh, shoot. All right, so let's see. What do we learn from this one? So let me just ask you real quick. What's the reason that you defend d5 with c6 and not e6?
I know the computer tells me it's better.
I mean, it's not necessarily that it's better. It's just it's a different opening. I wouldn't say it's better.
Yeah, the reason. Honestly, because like, I think it's because I originally did it with the. You told it was after the game. I was like the first thing I just thought to do resort to when.
Okay. Right, so
it's nothing nearly like crazy deep or anything like that. I could try that. I guess I could try to play a different that opening instead. I just don't know.
Yeah. The only issue I have with this opening is you always have it kind of weakens this pawn because this bishop leaves, right? And
yeah, I know, but like in like the previous games, you like I've already had to deal with the issue with the opening when you told me about this. Like, yeah. I'm a little bit more wary about my pawn being that weak.
Right. Yeah, so he really went for opening up the game here as soon as possible, and yeah, I mean, you started to punish him very well, and then oh yeah, and then kind of messed up there. Yeah, this is a very common. This is something you should always keep in mind. This this queen check is a very common fork. So in these sorts of positions,
yeah, I know it is. Yeah. Like in queen openings, I usually end up getting bodied by it.
Oh, you do? Okay, yeah. So always keep that in mind. It's a very common tactic right here. But yeah, that was the main thing. I mean, you really should have had this guy. And again, same thing. Queen a5 check. Yeah, and here it just went really downhill. Yeah. All right. So yeah, for me that's the main thing to take away from this one is is keep in mind always that queen check, double attacking the bishop and the king, and also in this Slav defense, it always leaves the b pawn undefended. So just be careful of that. So wait, let me see. Hold on, let me see something.
He's like, well, yeah, this is appropriately.
Yeah. For me, I just in these sorts of positions, I just always prefer to play a move like this, even if it boxes in my bishop, right? It boxes my bishop, but then eventually, bring this bishop here, castle. Then you can go b6, bishop b7, or if you wanna trade the bishop, go b6 and bishop a6, and you can trade away the bishop usually for this bishop, right? And in that way, get rid of the bad bishop, right?
Yeah. Well, you told me that you've been telling me you were telling me for a while that I wasn't activating my pieces very well.
Yeah.
So like as a weakness, I was trying to focus. I was really trying to focus on make sure I get my pieces active for a while. This is why
yeah.
I try to always go for the most.
True. Yeah, it's true. It's just that in these Slav positions, I don't know. I always like to keep the bishop back here to prevent any sort of queen b6 thing that the grandmaster played on you in the simul, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my thing. All right. So yeah, so that's the main thing with this one. Yeah, watch out for the queen b6. Queen b3 move, and always look out for this double attack check. It's really good thing to keep in mind. All right.
Okay.
So all right. So let's see next one.
What I mean is my bishop. Is that moving a bishop there? And is that opening is that not playable or?
You mean bishop f5?
Yeah.
No, it is. It's just that it leaves the b pawn weak, and also I mean, you seek the reason to do that is to seek control over the what is the h7 to b1 diagonal, right? And usually that's powerful if you have the knight on knight c6, and then you go knight b4, and then target the c2 square, right? But you never got that far, right? So yeah, so that's usually a reason why bishop f5 would be
so
a good
you
move.
the idea I'm supposed to be using behind the move is to eventually get the pawn that's usually defended by my rook to push it to c2. Not c2.
Which one?
Huh?
Which pawn?
You said I was trying to. You said the idea behind f5 was to move my knight and then push my pawn to c2.
No. Push the no. Let me show you. All right, real quick. So, all right, so. All right, so you did get the knight here, but kind of the idea of this is to try to target that square. But it's too early to do that though because here the knight is unprotected, right? So if you were to go here, then he can always just come with the check, right?
Yeah, move always just
double attack. So yeah, it's kind of early, and so yeah, that's why it's kind of why I like to keep the bishop back here for protection because again as black you're always behind in half move, so yeah, that's just my feeling with this kind of position. I mean sometimes you can do it, but yeah, you always got to be careful of this queen maneuver, although this pawn is nicely protected, right, twice, so that's pretty good. So it doesn't make it that powerful here, but yeah. So Yeah, just keep in mind, always got to make sure this pawn is not too weak, right? And yeah, and keep in mind, this queen tactic always. It's really good one to think about because a lot of people do fall for it. They forget about it. So, but yeah, you're right. It was a complete shit show. You should have had this guy. So I certainly agree with you there. So all right. Which one do you want to do? Let's see. Let's see.
Let's try. I'll do the under stuck in 16.
Let's see. Can't escape 1600.
Yeah.
Nice. Can't escape. All right. You might have just called it help, help. Can't escape.
Yeah. Rating hell.
All right. So let's see. 1700 guy. Okay. All right. So C4, C5. English symmetrical. Okay.
Oh, I think this is the one where I was doing. Oh, yeah, this is the one where I just did something stupid.
So here
it happens to me all the time. I'm really okay, and I'll just do something stupid and just lose.
So here, you know what seems like a better move than D3 is just push it all the way. Why not?
Wait, what?
Yeah, why not?
Well, my pawn structure. Every time I usually do it, I usually end up ruining my pawn structure, which is always an issue.
So if he takes, you take, and it wouldn't really be a good idea for him to take here because now, look how weak his dark squares are, right?
Oh God! I mean, I'm not. I mean, you're not wrong, actually.
Right.
Oh God.
So I think that's pretty good, and so maybe he'll want to do maybe D4, D5. If he does that, then you just like isolate his pawn, and now you have a target. So that's pretty interesting. Or you could come here. If he comes here, maybe what do? Maybe you come here trying to target the backward pawn, and maybe
backward pawn.
Or this the square. Try to clamp down on the square, and let's say he tries to free himself. Maybe you can even actually that probably just loses a pawn. Yeah, I think that just loses a pawn because you're attacking it 3 times, right?
Yeah.
He's defending only twice. So.
First majority.
Yeah, so that's nice. Yes, I definitely think gain space as quick as possible because he's he did that now. Yeah, definitely. Vie for the center. Struggle to gain space in the center. I think this would be a much better move. So D3 is not. It's not wrong. It's not wrong at all. But it's just a little bit slightly passive.
Oh.
Yeah. Whoa! You just lose it. Oh, you just.
Yeah, I just do something. I was thinking, okay, I don't want to break up my pawn chain and all this. I was like, let me just push my pawn thing.
Oh man!
I got up on my knight and I just lost. This is like half my games. I'm like, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. Is it even what am I supposed to do? I just do dumb stuff. This is
Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, I mean, the position is really good here. So, what would you do? What would be a better move than that? What do you think?
Literally anything else.
Literally anything else. So, what candidates? What do you think?
I just take the pawn, honestly.
Let's see. You can take the pawn, or maybe. You know what I'm thinking? Maybe this.
Wait, whoa. you've been telling me for like the last 3 weeks every time, because like I've been moving my pawns. You told me I ruined my pawn structure. You ruin your pawn structure. Ruin your pawn structure. Now you tell me to literally ruin my pawn structure.
I mean, here, all right. So look, your bishop is kind of boxed in, but here now you're preparing to move forward here, f4. So what does he do here? If he pushes here, if he pushes, you just drop back, and I mean it's not bad. I mean, if you want him to do, let's say f5, because now your bishop is freed up. You see, and you're ready to take control of the e file. And then bring the knight up here, and then try to jump onto e6.
Well, I thought I was like attacking the queen, but isn't the idea to focus on attacking the queen? Then it's more like center.
Wait, why attacking the queen? Oh, because your pawn's directed that way.
Yeah. Another one of these. Another exception.
Yeah, I mean. You're not really like it's kind of equal. You know, you are facing this way, but still, nobody really has a space advantage here. You know, so it could develop either way, right?
What? Okay. All right. Whoa. You're not gonna just.
So yeah, I mean.
Okay. Wait. All right. So then the pawn structure has nothing to do with. It doesn't necessarily guarantee that I have a space advantage now.
Well, here, look, you don't have any pieces or pawns on his side of the board, right? Across this line. So you don't have a space advantage yet. You know, and neither does he. It's pretty equal right now. So, you know, if you push here, I mean, what could he do? If he could take here, and you know, I don't know if he would want to do this. I mean, it does create doubled isolated pawns, but at the same time, he loses his powerful fianchetto bishop, right? So I don't think he would want to do that. And then maybe you can, you know, come bishop here, pawn up, and then maneuver your knight, maybe so that you jump there. And that's a pretty nice position there. You see how weak his dark squares are, right? All around his king side, right? Very weak.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think it would be worth it. And what else could he do if he trades queens? Now you control the d file, right? And now you're threatening to go bishop f4, and then bishop d6, forking knight and unprotected pawn. You know, unprotected knight and pawn. Right?
Yeah.
It's a nice position. So maybe after e4, the best thing would be to push, drop back, and if he doesn't do f5, then you just drop back with the knight, push forward, and then you know, I think you have a nice position there.
So my question is like, because it seems like, God.
I'm always giving you exceptions, right?
I'm not really sure what the hell I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, it is hard. You know, there's not one fixed rule for every position.
Okay.
But yeah, here you can see his material parity and also space parity, right? There's nobody has a gain in space yet. You know, if he pushes.
Okay, then. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna get to the root of the problem right now. How the hell does space work exactly?
How does space work? What do you mean?
Okay, so up to this point, you know, you're like you tackle your pawns forward because you obviously have a space advantage here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I kind of get space. I think I kind of get a space, but I clearly don't understand it well enough.
You don't understand space advantage?
Clearly not well enough to know when the hell I even have it versus when I don't.
I mean, basically, how much you know breathable space do you have that you can maneuver your pieces in, as compared to your opponent, right? Like in the previous, yeah, well, no, not the previous game, but yeah, that's basically it. You know How many pieces do you have on his side of the board? Usually that determines space advantage, right?
So once I penetrate that fifth line, I'm norm in most situations I'll be getting a form of space advantage because I'll be taking away spaces that he can normally use to move.
Yep.
On his side.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, so here, as you can see, there's no space advantage yet, so it's not really clear which side to focus on. So really, right now, the goal is to create some inequality so that you can have some targets or create a target, you know? Because right now there's really no targets yet.
So when I get to this point in the game where I just finished developing, I need to. There is no legit plan yet. I need to find something to focus on.
Yeah. So a plan would be like, this bishop is not developed yet. I mean, I guess you could bring the bishop here, and try to target c7. You could. I mean, he could defend pretty easily, or you can let's say bring the bishop, and then capture the pawn, trade pawns, and then bring your rook on c1 and try to take advantage of this half-open file. So yeah, so that's kind of the goal, is to create inequality, because the problem with symmetrical positions, like the English can have the possibility of producing symmetrical positions, and so you gotta kind of break that symmetry so you can create some targets, some weaknesses, right? So,
yeah, like putting the rook there, like on there, trying to activate that's a strategic goal that I can accomplish and stuff like that. So
yeah, the rook on c file, yeah.
So then, because right there, because right now I don't really have an advantage at all. In space. Because before, when you explained this pawn change to me, I'd figure I have a space advantage on the queen side, but I really don't.
Yeah, not really. And another reason to push e4 is to free up another space for your queen, right? Now you got these three spaces.
And say, all right, yes, and right now my bishop isn't developed yet, so it makes sense for me to develop the bishop there. Okay.
You could do that. Yeah. Yeah, develop the bishop.
Right. So let's say I develop it there,
and then bring the rook over.
Okay, so what would make that activating the rook there versus maybe activating my other rook on the back of my pawn chain, say here, better, or
activating this
open file.
Wait, activating this rook where?
On e1.
Well, okay. Well, there's no real possibility yet to create a half-open file here, so it wouldn't really make sense to do it there. Whereas here, there's already tension, right, between the two pawns, so more possibility that there might be a half-open file to exploit, right? So
okay,
yeah.
And so you want to try to activate your rooks on the most likely chance so you can actually get the file open.
Right. So the other thing, when you put your bishop on f4, you're basically stating your intentions that now you want to focus your energy on the queen side, and so for the foreseeable future, you don't really want to do f4, or you're saying to your opponent, I don't want to do f4 yet because you're blocking the f pawn, right? So this just states your intention of focusing on the queen side, whereas if you do e4, that's kind of showing maybe I do want to do f4. Maybe you want to eventually bring this knight back and go f4, right? And so now you're stating your intentions to focus on the king side, right? So yeah, this all depends.
Okay, I have choices of whether I have options of whether I want to focus on attack on the king side versus queen side.
Yeah, because again, there's space parity, right? Material parity, and nobody's winning. Nobody's winning yet. No weaknesses really.
So when I get, man. See, this is like is why it's such a real head scratcher because like I'm not really. Okay, so I don't have a specific thought. Okay, so resistance and this is equal. So and no real plan is better than the other, right? Attacking the queen side versus attacking the king side isn't necessarily better or worse.
Yeah, not necessarily better or worse. Just where do you want to focus your attack? You got to make that decision really.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
and then like the thing is too, like even if I suggest, I figure out where I want to attack. Like let's say understood I want to attack on the king side. Like knowing the right moves to start the idea with is another trick in the game in itself. Like even if I understood that, like moving, I wouldn't have probably thought to push that pawn there because it's like it's because I thought it would intentionally be weakening my pawn structure. That's true, and I'm pretty sure that's still true.
You mean e4?
Yeah.
So how would it weaken your structure? You mean if he pushes d4?
No.
How would it weaken?
Like he could say he takes the pawn, right?
Okay. Which pawn?
Yeah, I guess anyone would really work, right?
Okay.
Now he's attacking the root of my pawn structure there. Now my pawns are kind of broken up a bit. I mean, I guess I still have support, but like that knight's, but the knight's blocking the knight on f3 is still blocking my pawn from supporting it on this side. So that pawn's kind of weak.
This pawn?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad. This is a pretty good position. Yeah, it's not too bad at all. You could, here if he doesn't trade queens, right? You could move your queen out of the way, bring the rook here, and try to control the d file. And what does he do? If he brings the queen here, you can bring the bishop here with tempo, right?
Yeah.
If he brings the queen, here, maybe you can still go here with the idea of protecting the pawns, as well as preparing to bring this bishop here and pin this pawn, right? And also vacating the d square so that the d1 square so that the rook can come and control there. You see?
Yeah, but he can easily counter my rook control with some of his own at that point.
Let's see. All right, so say he goes here. Oh, goes here, here. What does he do? Maybe here, and maybe here. Yeah, see, he's got a problem. He's got a problem here. His rook here?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, so you can do this, but he's got a problem with his bishop, right? This is a difficult bishop for him to develop, right? Blocking with the pawn. He's only got one square to go. This queen is blocking this pawn from advancing so he can fianchetto. So this is a difficult pawn. So now...
Well, he could just push his queen forward on me to prepare the to open his bishop up.
Yeah, so now look, if he puts his rook on e8, you put your rook on, or d8, and you put your rook on d1, you have a much better position because he trades, and now you have control over the d file.
Yeah.
Right? This is to your advantage right now.
Yeah.
Now you're preparing to invade here because now his bishop can't even come here.
The knight defends it. I can't go there yet.
Well, right? No, you can't go there yet, but you control it. And now look, also you're threatening knight a4, forking queen and pawn, right?
He kind of just defends it though. He just moved to like a5.
Okay, so a5, but then you can take here, or
Oh right, I forgot the bishop's still okay. I see.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, bishop too. So yeah, so this is pretty good position for you. Look at this. His rook is doing nothing. Bishop is doing nothing. Your rook is active, right?
Yeah.
So this could be pretty good. This is all if he takes the pawn, right? So yeah, I like this e4 move. I think it's a good move.
Yeah, I know. But
I-
like the issue is, yeah, it's like it's coming down to, yeah, it's really coming down to, like, I mean,
Yeah,
it's kind of tricky for me to come up with plans then if I have no real, like, because there's clearly not a real system to it. It's kind of more like I have to really understand the game well enough to know that okay, I
yeah,
have an advantage on this in what position here. I might already have an advantage versus where I have to have a really good position understanding of the game to come up with plans.
yeah. And if there's material parity and space parity like here, you just got to slowly increase the better the position of your pieces and slowly try to create weaknesses. Targets for your pieces. That's a pretty good middle game strategy that I do.
Okay, so like, how come? Like, if let's say if I wanted to, I develop my bishop at E3 attacking this pawn because that pawn seems like to target the part is that considered targetable or no?
You mean right now?
Yeah,
Okay, why is that a bad move?
so it's a bad move.
Well, look at the position. Why is that a bad move right now?
I mean, it blocks the pawn, but like I wouldn't have even considered it being a bad thing because I wouldn't want to I wouldn't. Originally, I wouldn't think that would weaken my pawn structure there. So like
No, worse.
I'm not really sure.
Worse than blocking your
really
pawn.
sure
Worse than blocking your pawn. This loses material for you.
Wait, it does?
Yeah.
What?
You see it?
No, I do not. Oh yeah.
Right?
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta love pawns. Actually, just ending my life.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, that's another thing in the middle game. Push your pawns for the most part. Push your pawns. Open up lines for attack and create weaknesses for your minor and major pieces to attack. Right. So don't always do all the attacking with your pieces, with your minor major pieces, because too many pawns on the board. It's more likely that your pieces are going to get taken by a pawn. Right, so use your pawns as like battering rams to open up lines of attack and create weaknesses. All right. And I do not like b3.
It would be develop the piece. That's like the first rule of the opening.
Say again?
I said the first rule of the opening, though, is like.
Yeah, develop pieces. Good. Yeah, true. Develop pieces, but don't like be too eager to attack with your pieces if there's too many pawns on the board, because sometimes it works out, but sometimes it's more likely for your pieces to get taken by a pawn or trapped by pawns if there's too many pawns on the board. So you gotta be careful. Definitely be careful when there's so many pawns. Alright, so you lost the knight. Let's see, did you recover it all? Let's see, so he just brings it back, so he's up a full knight now. Now he trades queens, I assume, maybe? Let's see. So now I assume you're pissed off at this point in the game?
I mean, I really don't, like, it's a joke now. Like, I don't, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm down a knight. Like, I might as well just, like...
Oh, yeah. Well, here I would have at least... Alright, so he's double attacking this pawn and this pawn. I would definitely try to save this pawn. This is much farther advanced, and this is on his side of the board, so I would definitely do something like this.
Okay.
Try to at least save the pawn. So at least this knight is pinned a little bit. And if he... What does he do? If he tries to unpin it, let's say he protects... Or maybe he goes here, let's say. Then what would you do here?
I don't know.
What do you think?
Take his pawn?
No, I would not take the pawn, because I think that weakens your pawn structure even more. Now these two isolated double pawns are very weak, and very easy to attack. So much better than take the pawn, I would say, is push the pawn and try to get a pawn storm going here. Push e4 and eventually push d4, d5. You see that?
Yeah,
That'd
but
be
like I mean,
that'd be nice.
I don't know. That deck doesn't seem very strong either. Because like I mean, after that, you just take. I just takes the pawn. I take back the pawn. Just takes back this knight.
All right, so let's see. So he goes d4, and what does he do here? What do you think is a good move for him? He's getting cramped. He's getting pretty cramped.
He just. I mean, taking the pawn with his queen's fine.
Okay, so he takes the pawn. You go e4. Now you're preparing this, which is very dangerous because it's attacking this knight, which is defending this knight, right? And you're attacking the knight.
Mm-hmm.
So what does he do? Defend the knight, or what does he do? What do you think?
I mean, I think if you get the pawn push, though, he takes your pawn, takes it back, and just take it back with it. Oh no, he can't. It's the queen. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's pretty cramped, right?
Yeah, you're pretty cramped. Yeah.
I mean, I guess he could maybe do something like this, maybe.
I don't think that helps.
So now if you push here, he can take here. And that's kind of annoying for you. You know, if you take...
I can't take because I'm already down a piece. Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah. So... Yeah, so that's annoying. So in this position, I would probably cement this bishop there. And now the bishop is cemented there and cannot be dislodged. Right? Look at that bishop. Very nice bishop, right?
Yeah.
So you're down a piece, but arguably you do have space advantage here, which is really nice. Maybe you can even win this pawn. And you might still hold on to the game. Bring the knight down, free up this bishop, so it comes down.
But all right. So I have a space advantage, but is that towards the queen or king side? Is that just center space?
Yeah, right here it's center, but you do have a lot of pieces pointing towards the queen side, right? So maybe you can break through on the queen side. You could always bring this other rook here, so it looks pretty good. Not too bad. But yeah, you definitely gotta get these pawns moving forward because now you have one pawn here. Now you need other pawns to help it along. All right. So yeah, I would definitely. So you saved the A pawn, but I would definitely save the C pawn instead.
So I mean, do you? Okay, so now it seems like I really do need to improve on my positional understanding and stuff like that. Then here.
All right, let's see one more variation. So you go bishop d6. Let's say he really wants to trade away this pawn, right? So let's say he goes here. And let's see here. Maybe I would take here. Oh, take here, and now you can take this pawn.
But I mean, my bishop's now pretty weak, and he just moves his rook and pins.
Right. True. Yeah, that is annoying.
He's like, "Oh crap!" Kind of right, actually.
Good point. All right, good point. Okay. So let's see. All right, so let's see. It takes back. All right, so then maybe you take this first. Right. Yeah, I think that's better. Take there, then you take. Good.
I would change my knight for a bishop.
Good.
Yay.
Yeah, I know that's not desirable, but yeah, it's a tough game.
You lost your knight, so
yeah, it's gonna be hard. I'm trying to save your position being a knight down. It's tough. All right, so let's see. You lost the pawn, rook up. Okay. All right. So now you're. Let's see. All right. So now you're just down a clean knight. Yeah. Yeah.
Up there, you just still just cut down like that. I thought that was like.
Oh man, he's got you there. Yeah.
I messed up hard. I really just got finessed that.
Yeah.
Yo. Because, like, I thought that rook move was a bit more forcing than that. Because, like, after I watched 6 power moves videos, like, I always wanted to be, like, that's kind of how initiative works. Where you're always attacking a piece and they're forcing to do something they don't want to do.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, oh, I'll take this rook with that. I didn't realize, I didn't calculate that rook move where he does that. And I'm just like, oh, now I just look stupid. And I lost initiative and then I just died.
All right. So here, so he went knight f to d4. You went bishop c1, counterattacking his queen, but that's actually a mistake. He didn't take advantage of it. But why is that a mistake? What do you think? What can he do here? So he went
It
queen.
doesn't. Yeah, I know I was down. I was screwed from the beginning. Like, even if he took my he takes my queen with his knight. He still defends his queen afterwards.
Exactly. Exactly. So you lose another piece.
Yeah, I'm aware. I couldn't really do anything. I was kind of screwed. I was kind of screwed no matter what I did, though.
Yeah. Yeah. So all right. So he didn't see
If
that.
I took the knight, I would have traded down the process and still been in the exact same scenario. So that didn't help at all.
Right. All right. Okay. All right.
No, I just lose. So yeah. I was just trading down.
Yep. Simple trades. Oh. Resigns. Yeah. All right. So I'm not sure if there's much lessons to be learned from this, except don't drop pieces. and
Drop piece.
and also so
You think I don't know that?
yeah, I'm just kidding. And then also, in positions like this where there seems to be no weaknesses, right? Your job is to create a weakness, right? Try to create some inequality, and in the process generate counterplay.
But that's like my thing though. Like I would need in order for me. I didn't like my positional understanding is like not just
Yeah. Well, all right, and that's what you get by playing these games. You get to see different positions and what types of counterplay can be drawn from each position. It's always different. But eventually.
So then, like, yeah. So what would you like? Is there anything I could train my current like improve my positional understanding of different positions? Other than, is there any way I could like fast forward it other than just like because the thing is playing like a lot of games, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be thrown into a lot of random positions, but like if I don't understand but I don't see how I necessarily just start learning which positions are better than others by just playing them randomly because I wouldn't understand what to look for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we do analyze them, but yeah, also those videos are really good. They explain these principles pretty well, and and send me those videos so I can take a look at them, and we'll discuss them. But yeah,
so should I start? Maybe is there like I gotta think because like I'm trying to figure out a way I can like have an idea of how to judge these positions at all, like things to look for.
Yeah. So one idea is where your pawns aimed at, right? And
well, yeah, I was following that rule for a bit, and I realized it doesn't necessarily mean anything now. So like, hey.
Yeah, and also, do you I have any pieces on his side of the board? Right, any pieces that cross his side of the board?
The answer is no. Then okay.
Right. So here you can deduce that the positions are fairly equal. So yeah, you just got to slowly improve the position of your pieces, right? Improve the position of the bishop, improve your rook. Make a trade here, and one way that you create weaknesses is by making unequal positions, right? So everything. So yeah. So you want to create some unequal positions, like a half open file. Like you trade, he trades back, and now you got this half open file with a pawn here. That's a target, right? So that's the kind of thing you want to try to go for. All right, let's see here. So you.
I think that I have the unparryable attack, and it's like no, it's parried.
All right, so
I
you
just get lost. I get blasted. I'm just like,
Whoa, Lewis Gambit. I never saw this one. All right, D4. All right. Looks a little weird. Whoa, and you sacrificed the bishop.
yo, you guys need to chill.
Wow. You guys are.
You guys need to chill.
You guys are getting aggressive here. Okay.
I mean, I calculated that if he could have very easily gotten destroyed if he messed up here.
All right, let's see here. Check.
He did that was like the perfect move. Like if he didn't do anything, I think he did like just about anything else. He could have gotten very easily bodied.
Wait a minute. So, what about if he did something like, I don't know, if he tries to protect his pawn?
With his king?
Yeah.
Like that?
Well, I guess you have this one. Now you're threatening to take again, right?
Yeah.
Bishop. All right, I guess it's pretty interesting. He comes back, defends. What do you do here? Maybe check?
Yeah, check. I was thinking about check. Yeah, check's probably a good idea.
So you can't come back here. This would be checkmate here. See that?
Oh, that's mate there like a Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That is mate. Jesus.
Yeah. So. Okay. And then if he comes back, let's say he comes back here, you have this nice fork.
Yeah, like I still had, like that's what I'm saying. You had problems really quickly. You're gonna have problems very quickly if you tried that.
Right. All right. Interesting. Okay, so.
He's like, what the hell am I looking at here?
So yeah, so now you have 3 pawns for the bishop, which is a really nice compensation.
Yeah, and then like I have my queens active. Like I traded it here only because like I was gonna lose my pawn, and it wouldn't have really been worth it then.
Okay, so
I also got his castle position too, which was really important.
Yeah, you definitely have to trade queens here. But instead of d6, what do you think would be a better move than d6? What do you think?
Is it stronger than d6?
I think there's a stronger move.
Wow, interesting, stronger. Maybe develop the knight. I'm not seeing anything too crazy.
Yeah, develop the knight is actually good too, because now you're covering these squares, right? This pawn is covering these squares, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty good too. Or I was thinking about the knight move does kind of the same thing as what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about c3 preparing d4.
Oh.
Right.
I mean, that's interesting. I mean, no, that blocks my knight off. Blocks my
good. Yeah, it does. But right here, you're developing. You're preparing to have a really strong center. So once you're able to do d4, I mean, what does he do here? What do you think is a good move for him?
Develop one of his maybe his dark square bishop. Activate that.
Maybe to here.
Maybe that's what.
Okay. So d4.
Then you push him back. Yeah.
Now where does he go? Back here, maybe.
That's too passive. I think he should go
here. Here you have this move.
Oh well, yeah.
Now look at this. Look at this pawns. They're very powerful.
I guess that's why it's worth the bishop there.
Yeah, very powerful center. So yeah, you have a pawn. You have 3 pawns for your bishop. So definitely use that. Use those pawns. Create your strong center. Okay. I think d6 is slightly passive. Too weak. Too slow.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, knight f6 I wouldn't do only because when you have these 3 pawns, you want to push them. You want to push these pawns, so you don't want to block them with the knight.
I see.
Right.
That's fine. That's
So
fair enough.
and also
Yeah.
also the queens are off the board, so it's even more advantageous to push the pawns because we're very much closer to an end game. Right.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So take d6. All right. Oh, all right.
Yeah. This is where I.
All right. So here he gave you like an extra opportunity. Now you can push with tempo.
Tempo. Okay. I should have did that. I thought about that.
Yeah.
I was like,
Much
I'll
better.
do this. I'll trade off his good bishop.
No.
Good.
Yeah, much better. Now he's giving you the chance to do it. And where does he go? Maybe back here. Same thing. Just come up and eventually you push this.
See, this is,
then you bring
yeah,
a knight.
but this is what I'm saying. Like this is like the main weakness of one of my games. Like every game I play now, I mess up royally once,
Right.
at least once.
Yeah. Well, we're working on it. We're working on it. It takes time, but
We'll work on it. No more blunder. I blunder like an average at least like a couple times a game. So it's like I need to work on eliminating those blunders.
well, I mean, we all blunder. I mean, this is reality. We all blunder. Nobody plays a perfect game, but
I blunder. Like no, because grandmasters don't blunder. They just They probably just make more like an accuracy.
right?
Like
Maybe. That. Yeah. True.
Chess masters don't blunder. I blunder. It's really different. I actually make a serious mistake.
Right. All right. So yeah, but definitely with these pawns, you gotta be pushing them. Definitely, always. You're 3 pawns ahead, so use that to your advantage.
Okay.
So yeah, that sucks. Lost a rook. Oh, that's rough. Yeah.
Hey, I just I was stepping it up. This was like this is like the stuff I was learning from the 6th move power systems. Like I was trying to really focus on this initiative.
Okay.
Great. So like I checked him there, then I checked him again. Then I did this. Then I did this, starting his rook. Then I pushed.
All right.
Then I defended it with the knight.
Looks pretty good. Actually, here you're probably building a mating net, right? Because if you can push this and bring this pawn check.
I'm way ahead of you. You'll see.
Then he comes back here. You bring the king.
I was all over it.
All right.
You'll see.
All right. So. All right, wait. So you analyze some things over here. If you went rook at is this your analysis or the computer analysis?
Oh yeah, that was me. I was just I sometimes test different variations depending on like what. Because this is what the computer suggested like should have happened. Like you saw the first move. Go back to the first move of the variation. I thought I was quite mind boggled when the computer suggested when I checked his pawn. When I moved the pawn, when I checked him with the pawn.
Yeah. Oh yeah. F4, you mean?
Yeah. I was quite shocked that the computer recommended the knight takes the pawn there. I was like, oh my god, it's right.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have nullified your attack, definitely. All right.
I was rather like, oh no.
Yeah, because your attack is getting serious now, because now you're threatening perhaps a mating net here. Cool. All right. Whoa!
Yeah, that was the only way out of the mate. The only one. It was the only move.
No. Okay. So what's a better move than King H2?
I need to find a way to defend rook. I could have did it with the rook. That would have won me the game.
You could have did it with the rook. True. Yeah, that probably would have win also. But also, what's another move that I think is better, even better?
Even stronger?
Yeah.
What? Don't really know there, sir.
So you did King H7.
That was my thing. That was the best I could defend.
So you the problem with King H7 is he takes with check.
Check. That was the only reason why it was a problem. Like I figured I just need to defend the pawn here, and it was over.
So what's a different way you can defend the pawn then?
With the rook.
Okay, and what's another way?
I can defend it again with another way? Wait, what? How? I don't remember any other pieces. Oh, I could have just...
And then
I'm an actual idiot. Don't I'm an actual idiot. Don't mind me.
And then it's not check, right?
I got so excited. So I'm like, oh my god, I got him. I would have had him. Yeah. I'm done. I'm tight. Don't mind.
Oh man, you had mate right here. He has no way to defend it. Even if he sacrifices here, it's still checkmate.
Yeah, I know. It was like there's nothing to do now.
Yeah.
And then I always leave my opponent that one option for some reason. There's always one option usually when I do it.
Oh man, that's rough.
I'm always so close, but not quite good enough.
Oh shoot. Rough.
I was so sad, but like, you know what? So I decided to do all this calculation here. I was like, you know what, fine, but I'm not giving into this nonsense. He's gonna. So I went in for the fight of my life.
Wow. All right. So he still. I mean, position still looks pretty good, formidable. Let's see.
So I'm fighting for my life here. I'm like, I'm not losing.
Nice. All right. No, this still looks really good though. It still does.
Now I'm starting to promote the pawn. Like, I'm really going in.
Nice. Look at this. You're doing good. This is really good.
But then, like, this one, and then I did this. I pushed it. I was supposed to pawn the third, and I pushed it back.
All right, so let me see here. Hold on. Oh, you lost some time. Okay. All right, so let me think here.
This knight was a problem when he did that. I was like, I can't.
Okay. Okay. So D4 or E4 is a good move, but I think you have to prepare it before you do that. So what do you think? How do you prepare D4? What do you think?
Push the other pawn first, I guess.
Which one?
D6.
No. You mean this move?
Yeah.
No, this move just falls. This pawn falls.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
So what's a better move? You need to do E4 is a good move, but you need to prepare it first because he escapes to D4, right?
Oh, okay. Okay. So I see C.
Right.
5.
So C5, yeah, you want to take away that escape square. Now you do C4, and
yeah. Well, I was thinking he might do something crazy, like I don't know. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Does he have any other options?
Yeah. What does he do here? What do you think is a good move for white? Not much. There's not much he can do. He's pretty tied up, right? What do you think? Hello? Hello?
He looks like his position's really crowded.
yeah. So let's say he does. I don't know. Let's say he does here. No, he doesn't. You can't do that.
Right? He just loses stroke.
Let's say he goes B6, right? Yeah. Then you go E4, push him back more. Look at this position. You're like completely winning. Now all you have to do is just walk your king up somehow. If you can invade, or maybe no, you invade this way. You go here.
Yeah. Wouldn't it just be faster to just move my rook, threatening this pawn, and then I just develop push there, so I can prepare my push easier. Oh yeah, well I need to get rid of the bishop too.
The bishop. So sometimes, like right now, I would call this a bind. He's in a bind. He can't really do any good moves. So in this position, remember your king is an attacking piece in the end game, right? So you got to use it. You got to use it. You know, you have an extra piece right here that can help in the attack, and then you win. And once you're here, you bring the rook over, push the pawn up, and then you can push the pawn up again.
Yeah, that's good.
Wow. So you really came back, even if you messed up there. So awesome.
Like, I'm not losing it, eh?
No, you did good though. You did good, even though you lost sometimes. It's a really good game. So yeah, cool. All right. So I like good name. Refusing to lose. I like that name. All right. So Asher. Hello. Asher.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. So, all right, I gotta go. But yeah, good games. I think you did really good. And I'll take a look at those YouTube videos.
But yeah, so like I'm saying, what I really want to focus on is like good, like understanding like the positional stuff better, so I can formulate plans better in the middle game.
Yeah, I think you're doing the openings pretty good. You got a good handle on it. Developing the
Yeah, so
pieces. Yeah.
yeah, so that's why I want to focus, and that's why I need to focus on the next thing, which is developing which is really understanding like what advantages I have and stuff like that, and planning out the so I can understand strategic goals and stuff like that, and, like what's
Yeah.
better, so like yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And again, it's hard to give, 100% like all-encompassing rules because each position is unique, right? So
Yeah. So like I just need to like kind of like need to know like basic stuff like what should advantage when I actually have an advantage versus where I don't.
yeah, and
So
and then
so
try
I don't.
and then if it's equal position, try to create inequality and create targets and weaknesses
Yeah.
so that you
So I
can.
just need to get better at examining the positions then.
Yeah, yeah,
So like so how do I mean yeah, so like I know I can like you told me stuff like, hey, let me, if I have pieces on the other side of the board,
hmm
first check. So it's like, do I have a space advantage? No. Okay. Do I have an advantage on tempo? I guess like if my pieces are more developed than theirs.
hmm yeah,
Because I know I can formulate an attack if I have like an advantage on time, basically developing my pieces.
yeah.
Does it really matter? And what it really, and I guess I have to figure out. Okay, next move thing, where my piece is attacking already.
Right. Yeah. A little checklist like that would be really good. Yeah. Do I have lead in development? Do I have a space advantage? Do I have a material advantage? Where are my pawns aiming?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. Where are my pieces aiming in general?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
I'll try to work on it. Thank you.
Sounds good, Asher. So yes.